Hello, everyone, and we're back. We are joining our heroes here at the end of the assault on Yellyark. Looking out the chat there, I see Crackety Jones loving the goblins there. Love the commentary, thanks. You know, I was rooting for those goblins too. I tell you what.
I mean, they got the last few got a beautiful death scene. Well, I mean, there's two still running through the forest. We'll see how that
That's
goes.
not going to be beautiful. That's going to be bestial. But that'll happen off screen.
Well, kind of.
So, before you, you have the ruined village of Yelyark.
Wayne takes off after Azaka, like keeping up with her tiger form, and just says, "Hey, do you want this to be a you thing? And is it weird if I want to watch?" Just like
And
give me a nod.
it gives the purring growl, and then falls in line behind the goblin running on the right. There's
Yeah,
two of them.
I'm gonna just stay out of her way.
And it takes
This
it,
is
it follows up to one, and it looks to you at the other. And you're like, oh, okay.
I mean,
And she kind of
it's
gives
not.
you this look, and then runs and pounces, and then sinks her teeth into the other one, and there's this ripping and tearing and screaming and blood and quiet.
And I also like with my eyes, I also see her true form doing this.
Of course, yeah, indeed. And the Arcrocros swoop in and land, and see the work being done, and the two of them watch. One of them looks on in horror and looks to you and is like, oh, that's wow. Don't want to piss her off.
Guys, a little privacy.
With a beat of wings, they take off. The Aracrocrets return to the Brontosaurus here. We'll focus on this crew as the others get a few moments of quiet time in the woods. The Aracroker come back and come over to the Brontosaurus and say, we thank you for your help. Um, Help yourself. We lay no claims to any of the goods or gains found in this village. I should serve as ample payment for your help. Definitely interested to see what they have though. And then the Aracrocra, split up and go picking through the huts. And so, over the next few minutes, the Brontosaurus continues to eat.
Is it
The ant swarms come out. Some ants swarm around the mounds, but with nothing else, no goblins or other people immediately around them. They're done. And so we have a close to our combat.
is there a roll I have to make to see if Wayne comes back with blood on his mouth?
No,
Wink, nudge, nudge. Okay.
no, there is not. We'll call that story. It's available if that's what you're looking for.
All right.
I think it's more than just your mouth.
Yeah, the muzzle area.
Yeah, handprints across the
Maybe,
body,
maybe some on the
paw,
neck.
and all of it. So, oh my.
Yeah, yeah. Well, only first base. He's a gentleman,
After
and
about 20
it's not
minutes
safe out here.
of any of it, um, the Aarakocra have brought a pile of things at this point, Azaka will have finished and returned. I assume with Wayne.
Yeah, yeah. Like a tasteful distance apart. They're professionals. It's just two hunters letting off steam. Apex Predator style.
So, um, mm, 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 mm.
The lunatic will cast Detect Magic on all of that.
Let's see here. You and Azaka bang it out.
A, a tasteful makeout session. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. That.
It's
I
not
mean,
safe out
it's
here.
been building.
You tastefully bang it out.
Well, yeah, you gotta be her hungry. Like if I give it all to her at once, I just
After about half an hour,
don't want to break my heart.
you return. The Hour Croaker and the party have picked through things, and we have a handful of stuff here. So let's visit that. All right. So looking over the map, you see that there are some numbers here. And, to call that out, we see that there are the canoes that we called out, right? 2 of them are missing, 1 of them destroyed. Number 2, that little building
Is it
there off.
fixable?
It's a larder.
Can't patch that thing up.
Yeah, you blew it up. So yeah, it wasn't at full health. It wasn't in good. It wasn't in good maintenance. So over here we have larder. That's number 2 on the map. And inside there's various perishables. There's various types of meats. Fish. Fats. Lard. Other thing, storable, perishable goods in here. Could definitely stock up. And of course, who doesn't want to eat mystery meat? Wayne. It's like, wait.
Right. I eat what I kill. I kill plenty. I don't have to guess.
But there is
Like,
a whole
look at the
lot
eye.
available here. Then we have over here on 3, we have the hut, which seems to be the queen. So there is a little plaque above the door. Queen grab stab. Going inside, you see it's a bit more lavish than the other, what you would call buildings. I mean, these are all like branches tied with vine. They're meant to fold and roll and be not permanent. But inside of her hut, it does look nicer there. And there is the over here on 4, which is down here by the frog hemith body. There is a cage, and it does have a kind of crude padlock on it. There's nothing in it currently. We are aware of the 2 ant hills. Those are the 5s, right? Called that out. And then we already had a view of the launch mechanism, right? With this wonderful picture up above. Love this launch mechanism picture. It had been sabotaged by Wayne, so it was unable to launch. And with that, Checking the player's notes, there's a loot section that I've added. I can
Excellent.
highlight some of it for you. So looking over
Porn.
all of it, it seems that there was a queen, and there was four goblin bosses. Right, her four sons. Each one led their own hunting party. So the goblin bosses have their own special masks, right? Those that stand out. And they carry, each of the bosses carried a horn. Now with that, you actually recognize one of these guys because he was the one that ambushed you down there at the shrine. Ratsy. Well, Ratsy's dead. He's here, right? And with some identify and a short rest, we can figure out what the magic is here, right? So, you have some answers, right? There's a horn of animate dead at 5th level.
Oy.
Now, can we get an Arcana check out of somebody?
I don't think I'm that kind of warlock. It's been a minute.
I also think a history might be appropriate to tell the story of the Chultian artifacts.
History I can do.
Got none
That's a
of that.
24.
Kick ass.
How about our wizard?
Alright, so this is...
I was going to say, maybe the wizard has Arcana.
Yeah, the wizard should be good at that.
The giant toad definitely doesn't. Roken might. She left her character sheet up. Oh, by the way, in case the audience didn't see, she bailed for the night. We're just doing loot stuff.
Right.
Roken is there picking through loot with us.
So, there's a couple of things that stand out here. There's a set that each player gets below, and there's some unique items here, right? So, there's a mask of detect thoughts. That's what the queen wore. It has charges per day. The horns, these seem to be supernatural charms. That is, they have charges, but they're expendable. They wear out. They're not a per day thing.
Okay, they don't recharge.
They don't recharge.
Okay.
So the horns do not recharge. The mask does. Right? That's why it says day there. I don't want to say charges.
Yeah.
So you got some single-use stuff. You got this reusable stuff. And then there's also the player selection below. So a lot of it is found in Queen Grabstab's hut. But there is more stuff that's found around.
Now, just to triple check, the magic items that's under each player gets, but is that just like one total for the team, or is that one that each player gets?
Each player will get these things below.
Everything below. Okay, thanks for the
So,
hot diggity.
yeah, that's a major rare of choice. That's up there. That's the highest level magic you've had access to.
Awesome.
So there's a
I
number
find
of
an
trinkets to pick
iPhone.
through. And you can call out what those are. There's also some gems. You can call out what those are if you want as well. And
Yeah.
well, now that we have this piece, I believe that I think Iku was also one of the ones traveling with you.
Yeah.
And you've put your stuff together, and you've taken a short rest, and you've gotten your loots, and gotten into your dinner rations or whatnot. And so now they've had a moment to catch your breath, and things have quieted down for a moment.
Zaka got healed.
Right, Right, we have some time for that. We can count
Yeah.
it out if need be.
She-
Right,
She's got hit dice to spend.
Yep, she has some recovery she can do and whatnot. So one short rest and meal later, Iku stands and says, "Last night I was gifted with a dream, and it seems that the guardian Naga has reached out to me. And while I plan to visit Orlong eventually, it seems that is what we should do next." And so I got
How
this
far?
message. And I could ask everyone, please pick up your things and follow me over here. This calls out this tree over here. It says we need to gather around this tree. And when the sun first sets, we will step through.
Oh, give Landboat a pat and a berry because I don't think it'll fit through the tree.
No.
See you, big guy.
Kind of looks and nods and goes back to like clear cutting trees. And
God, if
so,
only you could tell stories to your children. I hope you got a level today.
as you have a few minutes to prepare yourself, is there any other questions or anything else, other than this mysterious message that Iku stood up and gave?
I got a question. So I heard you say short rest, but if we already had a short rest, do we get spells back on this one or no?
You can have more than one short rest in a day.
Woo! Short rest for everybody.
Yeah, as long as you have a hit dice to spend, it counts like you can take a short rest.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so it was mentioned that you're going to go visit the Guardian Naga, and you're traveling to Orlong. And we have just a few minutes before sundown when we were supposed to leave.
Is there anything I need to know about etiquette in Orlong?
Take heed of the Chwinga.
Ishid of the Chwinga?
Take heed. Pay attention.
Take heed. Got it.
Chwinga.
Chwinga?
Chwinga.
Chwinga. Well, all words are made up, so
Take heed the Chwinga.
Can I do a Arcana check on that? I actually read about it as a player, but I don't want to say something my character wouldn't know.
Of course. It's Propes. Let me see if I can get
22.
relevant knowledge. Planes. Let's see what else. Hold on.
17 for Alex nature check. That's not as good as the 22 Arcana.
They're tiny little elemental spirits.
Yeah, so what I read is that it's really cool to summon them, which I can, because then they can bless you. So maybe we get blessings from them.
They're little elementals.
Oh.
Kind of
Well,
shy. Kind of curious.
As made famous in Miyazaki films.
Yes. The one in the hold on, in the woods, the spirit of the woods, spirited away. No, not spirited away. No. The one with Irontown and the giant wolves.
Princess Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke. Thank you. The Chwinga were the tiny little spirits with the weird heads that would turn back and forth.
Okay.
Okay. That's.
But anyway,
They are of the same inspiration.
they don't fight very well apparently, but they do give their friends blessings. So
Oh, well,
Take
or
heed,
boons?
Chwinga.
I look forward to taking heed of them. They sound pleasant.
There is the ruins of a city, a ziggurat, that overlooks Orlunga. That's where we will be going. Now, Orlunga is something you could probably hit on a history.
And by you, I think you mean Professor for sure.
Yeah. 25.
That's all right. So this was like before Chult fell to jungle ruins. You know, it was advanced civilization, high society, whatever. So there was a great ziggurat, a great tower that looked over Orlunga. And so it's a magical tower, and it defies normal reality. It works on its own rules. That's the story you know of it. He's being very affectionate. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. You kind of know a little bit about it in history, right? It was one of the greater cities, Orlunga. The tower can still be seen, right? It stands up over the jungle. And I think we also have it on a map.
Ooh. I threw some notes in too.
Okay, yes. It is on the map, so let me move the players here. Here we go. So this is the map and what's been revealed thus far. Right, you've come down the river. Vengeance. Yellyark. Orlunga. Orlunga is here. On the map.
Okay. That's the jump. How are we getting back? Will that be handled?
That wasn't covered in the dream I had last night, but I'm not too worried about it.
I trust.
So with that, we will move to sundown, and just as you know, the sun touches the edge of the mountain and begins to be eclipsed by the land below. Iku leads everyone, you know, holding hands, stepping into the tree, and you are transported somewhere else. And we will find out where you were transported to and what that looks like next week.
Dun dun dun.
Now, for those of you following along on our schedule, we do have our regularly scheduled game next week. That is the 16th. But there will be a 2-week break after that. So I will be traveling out of town. So catch us after that break. But we will be here next week. So stay tuned. See you then. Like if you like it. Subscribe to see more. Hit us up on Patreon. Help us do it better next time. Until then, have a good game. Bye, everyone.